Hi, welcome to Parent Alienation. It's Child Abuse Unfiltered. Thank you all for being here and welcome to all the new subscribers. I thank you all and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for joining us. Today I'd like to have a discussion about the damage parents do to children, how they set these children up to fail and the ways that they do that. Many parents are setting their children up to fail probably without even realising they're doing that. Particularly in the case of parent alienation. These people are narcissistic people usually and are only interested in their own selves. They don't give any consideration to anyone around them or their own children. They're very spiteful, nasty people. And if you've been a victim of that and have been raised by that kind of a person all your life and alienated from your other loving, nurturing parent, this causes a lot of unresolved issues as these children go into their other years of their life, like into preschool, kindies, primary school, high school, into their adult life, into when they're grown up. It affects all sorts of stuff because these children have been betrayed by the one person in their life who should have their back, who should be looking out for the best interest of that person, that child, and wanting that child to have a happy, healthy relationship with the people around them. Want to let that child experience childhood, as a child should do, go out and have fun. Kids of a young age should be interested in playing with toys and having interactions with other children, having fun, lots of laughs, lots of giggles. Unfortunately, if you come from a home that's full of hostilities and aggression and arguments, that doesn't do much for your self-esteem or your mental state, particularly if the arguments are about you from a child's perspective, because mum and dad are using you as a weapon, which in the war of parent alienation is a quite common theme. A narcissistic person, be mother, be it the father, kind of holds children hostage, if that's another word you'd like to use it as, because that's kind of what they're doing. But these people are not just holding these children hostages. These children are altering their mental state. They're causing irreversible damage when there's no need for that. This is the betrayal. These people rob these young children of a happy, healthy, productive future because of their own self-centered needs to seek revenge against somebody who's left them because of a relationship breakdown 99% of the time. One couldn't handle it, and the only way they can get even is to remove the child or turn the child against them. This goes to other extremes. This can go where these children are affected in relationships as they get older. They have trust issues, as I've already said, because they don't trust. Can't believe anything somebody says to them because they've been lied to all their life, betrayed all their life by the people closest to them who are meant to be the ones there to guide them and protect them, and they failed in that. So these children have been let down, betrayed, have their own lives altered. When you get into an adulthood, this affects your workplace thing. You know, these unresolved issues sometimes will have a way of showing themselves unexpectedly. It can be just like a trigger warning, could be somebody arguing. You know, nobody likes to hear arguing. I know myself growing up in mine that arguing was a very, very triggering point, because you would withdraw into yourself and you would want to hide somewhere because you don't want to face watching mother get the shit beaten out of her again, or just watching violence of any kind. There's no need to lay hands on anybody. No excuse for that. So then they live with the fear of like trigger points like that, or it could be a trigger point of a smell of a cologne, or there's just so many different things that can cause a trigger point, or a memory. A trigger point can relate back to a memory of abuse or trauma that you've suffered. So therefore your workplace productivity is down because you're not focusing. Your mind's elsewhere. So therefore relationships affected as well. It's hard to form a relationship with somebody and get a bond with somebody when you have that niggling thing inside you that all women lie to you or all men lie to you because your mother and your father lied to you and use you as a weapon in the way of hurting each other. It does terrible things to a child. And these people forget. They don't, because like I've said before, these people don't have any inkling on what the child's going through or what the child's feeling. They don't read the body language. They're too busy wrapped up in their own world to take consideration at all for the child while these children are suffering in silence. Sorry. When you get older and these unresolved issues are still unresolved, that relationship with the parent who's been alienated, that parent suffered all those years too, wanting to keep contact with their child. And more likely than not, like I've said before, I've known of situations where letters have been sent or cards have been sent and they've just got thrown in the bin. The children don't get to see them. They get told lies that your parent doesn't love you, they don't want to be near you, they don't remember your birthday, they don't remember Easter. This is how they manipulate the children into making them think that the parent doesn't love them and doesn't want to be around them. And unfortunately, if you're on the victim side of that, being the alienated parent, this is so hurtful to have your child turn against you when you've done nothing wrong. When you've done nothing wrong, and no one wants to hear you say that. Because in their eyes, the manipulator's done all the manipulating and told everybody on the story they want people to believe. And these children are brainwashed into thinking that that's the person you are. But try to keep faith that one day, like, these kids aren't silly, depending on their age. Like, I just done a video just recently about the different ages and how their thinking changes as they get older, and they do start asking questions. They do start questioning things that they've seen, because kids don't take in what they're told. They listen and they're brainwashed, and they behave like they believe the stories. Because if you're living with a narcissist, and obviously if you've left a narcissist, you know how they are, and obviously that's the reason why you've left them. But the child's stuck there. The child's surviving. Each day that child's surviving. So the child will say and do whatever they think that parent wants them to do to stay on the good side. They don't want to make waves, because these narcissistic parents are on another level. Now, some narcissistic parents, just for the simple fact that the child talks about the other parents, gets aggressive. This can be verbally. This can be yelling. Or it could be a bagging out of the other parent on, oh, he's such a horrible person, oh, he did this to me, blah, blah, blah. Or it can go another way, where these children are hit, get a backhand and go, I don't want to hear about it. Don't want to hear nothing happens over there. Either way, these children are then in the position where they don't want to talk about their other family, a visit with their mother or their father, because the repercussions when they get home make it not such a happy time. And I know of situations where the kids have thoroughly enjoyed being with their parents, their mother or father, whoever, and had a wonderful time, spent time with the extended family. They do things. Most times they've come for visits, they go away, do stuff. Always had a happy time. So they were bubbly and excited to go home and tell them what they'd done, only to be chastised and yelled at and screamed at and what a horrible person the other mother was or the other father was. So these kids are forced to shut up because they're surviving. So if your child's treating you like they hate you, and these kids in this position do that, like I said, they're surviving. If your child does that, please as much as it seems personal, try not to take it personal. Just remember they're surviving, and there will come a day, and I truly believe it. It took a long time for me to wake up to what happened, a long time for me to build my relationship back with my mum, because she had left me when I was 10. It takes time to rebuild that trust, because like I said, you've been betrayed by the person closest to you, the person who's meant to be looking out for you. And it is a long way to bridge that gap, but don't lose faith, because it will happen. They will grow up and they will question. Excuse me, got a tickle. They will question things, and the truth will come out. Eventually, the truth will come out. Until then, stay strong. Look after yourself, because you need to be there when they come back. You need to be healthy, good in the mindset. Don't hide the hurt that you've suffered over the years, because they need to know you were thinking about them, because they've been fed full of lies that you didn't care. So if you've got birthday cards and things like that, if you're not sure if they're going to be thrown in the bin and never get received, then keep a pile, keep them in a safe spot, and then one day give them to them and say you were never forgotten, because you never forget your kids. That's part of you. They're part of you. And just because of a spiteful person choosing to use them as a weapon toward you to make themselves feel better because the relationship didn't work and they lost something good, just believe in karma will come around one day, and that person will get bit in the butt. Anyway, just look after yourself. Look after yourself and keep believing, because I believe it'll happen. It's just the time thing, and I know the time, you can't get the time back, but life's just a page in a book, and each day you get to turn that page and start afresh, and the time comes where you get to meet up with your child that you haven't seen for X amount of time. Like I've known some that's been just a couple of years. I've known some that it's been like 8-9 years. I've known some that it's taken 20 years. Yeah, these people are good at wrecking lives out of spite. And I still believe education in schools on how to deal with relationships and relationship breakdown is an important thing to get started. Because the sooner we can educate them on how to deal with being knocked back or rejection or oh, that one didn't work out, there's more to it than getting mad and angry and trying to cause hurt. It's just a simple fact, it's a lesson in life. You need to take what the lesson is from that and move on. Don't wreck people's lives because you're not happy with your outcome. Don't destroy children's chance of having a future, of having a productive life in society because you robbed them of their trust in people when they were little because of yourself. Because you, again, spite. Spite's a horrible thing. And unless that people learn how to deal with rejection and knockbacks, then these people will continue to hurt, and a lot of children will be robbed of a future that they could have had because of that. And that needs to change. That needs to change. We need to educate, we need to talk more and start conversations about it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there today. I thank you all again for being here. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, I'd welcome you to do so. The more people we can get talking about this, the more conversations we can get started about parent alienation and the long-term damage that it does to people. The more we can get some sort of education started and let these people know they're not alone and make change. Because it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. It's not the children's fault, but they're the ones that suffer. Anyway, take it easy guys, and I'll see you in my next one.